Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharif Najwa Khairunisa. You can call me JJ.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi everyone, I am Abdul Rahman. I am from KICT and my metric number is 1639233.
Rahman. I'm from Studio of ICT. My metric number is 1715205.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Zuaddar MD Zubair. My metric number is 1731833.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So, our group will be discussed about the problems that we found on the Kuliah of Information, Communication and Technology, which are first, they still applied the old study plans, the 10-year study plan, and then the second problem is they do not have the creative activities, no fun activities, and then the last, the lectures are applying the different teaching method to the students. So first, I'll be presenting about the white hat plus combined thinking style. And I'll give you the explanation about what is the white hat thinking style. It means that we use fact, information, and data to solve a particular problem, while the combined thinking style advises a thinker to provide ideas, talent, resources, and objectives in dealing with certain situations. So the following are the reflections of how the white hat and combined thinking style work together on such problems. First is based on the official website of IIUM portal for students, we can find that the study plan of KICT students is still following the old structure. The new innovation must be considered to make the study plan not out of date compared to other study plan of students from other majors. If it remains the same, IIUM will have the worst KICT graduated students in the future. And then the next problem is some students of KICT said that they never handle any creative event from their kuliah yet. It's true to say that if we look at the KICT, they never have fun activities like what other kuliah does. The worst impact are the KICT students become lack of skill of organizing a live event, adapting with a mass community, and speaking to the public. So, to improve those skills, some creative program must be planned such as charity event, talk show, cultural performance, and worldwide knowledge competition, and so on. And then the last problem is a fact that every lecture of KICT has a different teaching method, makes some students had to focus on their study. So the kuliah must have a standard of teaching that every lecture must follow so the student do not get confusion. So the benefits of applying the combined thinking style with white hat thinking style in solving a problem is first, a new useful skill will be provided to the students, and then the next, the KICT students will be more compatible in their next life after graduation. And they easy to be accepted by every society. And then the next is all the kuliah materials will be easy to be studied by students. Thus, they will be more smarter. Thank you.
This is our third project, and this project is called presentation, but only for specific this part. This is called video presentation, and it's all about six thinking head and scamper. In my part, I will be explaining two heads. The first one is yellow head, and yellow head is talk about positive and benefit and values. And I have found there's two issues in kuliah of KICT, and we need to modify these two major issues. And the modify, I have used modify from scamper, and the first one is I need to upgrade our study plan and need to upgrade the teaching method. And my another head is green head, and it shows creative, alternative and new ideas. In our kuliah, I have seen that there is activities, and students do other different courses, different activities. But from my point of view, I think kuliah should make creative activities instead of activities. My previous groupmate, she already found all the problems related to KICT, and now I will be talking about greenhead and how we can solve the problem by using greenhead, and also the one scamper that I have used into greenhead. Greenhead, as we know, greenhead shows creative, alternative, and new ideas. There are some questions that we need to answer if we use greenhead with our fact to solve the issues that we raise about KICT. We have found that KICT has activity programs but need to rearrange, and so it will become creative activity instead of activity. When we change this thing, then automatically the word come out, which is rearrange, and this word come from scamper. So let's see. So then what we can do all about? Need newly install creative activities to become a creative student. As an ICT student, we have not seen any competition related to ICT like programming language, and as we know, we have a lot of programming languages. It can be C or C++, Java, HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, and so on. Competition. Any other creative competition like Rubik's Cube, and we know that Rubik's Cube gives us more pressure on our brain, and when we use Rubik's Cube, we can be a creative person by solving Rubik's Cube as soon as possible, like in a short time. And they need to work on another field, which is practical based on education. And nowadays they used to do theory based education, so we need to change into practical based education. And there are some issues that we need to rearrange. We have known that there are no creative activities in KICT, and by doing creative activities, the student will become more active in the future. We will explain what the positive is of rearranging those issues by using a greenhead. KICT student can use creative knowledge to solve complex problem. If students cannot solve any complex problem, then they can find alternative way to solve those complex problem. And the last one, students can install new ideas when they used to be creative. Now this is the another head, which is YOLO head, and this head talk about positive and benefit and values. There are some questions that we need to answer if we use YOLO head with our fact to solve the issues that we raise about KICT. We have found that in KICT, academic issues like academic curriculum structure, which is study plan, or teaching method, need to be upgraded. Since we say upgraded, we can implement a modified component from scamper. That means I have taken the modify word from scamper. So I will be explaining how we can solve the problem by using YOLO head into scamper. And then we will upgrade that issue by using a YOLO head and modify scamper. There are two separate issues that we need to modify. Need to upgrade our study plan, and also need to upgrade the teaching method. I will explain what the value is of modifying those issues by using a YOLO head. KICT has a 10 years old study plan that we are following nowadays, but KICT needs to upgrade it. They will add more advanced technology subjects into their study plan. If they add those advanced technologies, then student can race with this modern era, because our technology is getting upgraded day by day. They must change their teaching method, because For the same subject, there are different teachers, but their teaching method is not similar. Like some teachers only follow a study plan. On the other hand, some teachers do not follow a full study plan. If teachers do not follow the study plan, sometimes students get confused. Okay, we will explain what the positive of modifying those issues by using a yellow hat. The first one is, in the job sector, students can apply to any advanced technology based company. And the second one is, companies will hire more students from our university when they will be known as IUM has highly professional students and their knowledge is huge. And the third one, students will get more money for their particular job and company will offer more salary for our students. And the last one is, Microsoft or Google can call them for their higher achievement, because as a ICT student, every student has a goal and every student all the time think about Microsoft, Google and Chrome and lot of technology based companies. Okay, I have done my part. Thank you very much.
From my side, my first head is black head. So the black head is for judgment. Using black head thinking at a decision potential negative outcomes. It is an opportunity to be critical or skeptical without inhibition. A useful technique to avoid mistakes and guard against excess optimism. This is an important because it highlights the weak points in a plan. It allows you to eliminate them and alter them or prepare contingency plans to counter them. Now I will explain about difficulties, risk and why it will not work. Actually, currently we are using our old study plan like 10 years, since 10 years. So old study contains the old syllabus and learning method which will not match up with the current syllabus and learning method. And we are following the old syllabus which will not be useful for us in future. We will not be able to learn something new and earn new knowledge by following this study plan. Also, the previous study plans doesn't contain lot of practical class. Practical class is necessary for students so they can practice whatever they learn from their book. Besides the slides that we use for for study is also the old slides. Furthermore, there are also risk of following old study plan. If we still follow the previous study plan, it will not work in our future life. My second and last head is blue head. Blue head represents process control. The blue head allows us to focus on the discussion results and draw conclusions. So we should change the study plan and update it with new syllabus and add more practical class routine. Besides, we need to change the slides with some new and more information related to our course. We need a practical classes more so that we can practice what we have learned. Practice will develop skills. Also, developing skills are really important for our future rather than just following the book. These chances will benefit our next generation. So, for Blue Head, we can make a conclusion as we should be careful about the future and update our study plan according to the new syllabus and learning method.
So the next is the red hat plus combined thinking style. As we know that the red hat thinking style means that we analyze or solve a certain issue based on our feelings, intuitions, emotion, and hunches. While the combined thinking style is we give the idea, talent, resources, and objective to particular matters. The following are the reflections of how the red hat and combined thinking style work together on such problems. As we know that the times will get older, as well as everything will be more sophisticated. If the KICT still applies the old study plan to their students, the development of their way of thinking and behaving will be left far behind by students of other major. So they have to add more subjects that develop speaking, thinking, and behaving skill. Also, KICT has never had fun creative activities yet. If things like this are not changed, they might have some difficulties in the future if they face with a new problem. Not only the future, even after graduation, they will lack the ability to think creatively, especially to mingle with society and the world of work. Therefore, they have to create big fun activities, maybe once every 6 months to enhance KICT students' creativity. And then the lectures adjust different teaching methods that complicate the KICT students. The idea to solve this problem is to settle the same teaching method to ease students in learning activities. And then I will explain the benefits of applying combined thinking style with red hat thinking style in solving the problem. First, the student will have less worry feeling in planning their study, and then they will have fun activities that can boost students' mood to be less lonely and happy more. And then they will have no confusion anymore in students' learning method.
Now I will talk about what we have done in our group project. We have chosen KICT Kulia for our final project. Then we work together. Our group members and me have done all the works. Our group member have done six heads like yellow, green, white, red, black, and blue. And they have talked about in details and how it works with example as well. And I have done my part, which is guidance question. I talk about all the question with answer, also example there. And last, we used six thinking heads, and we use also one scamper with these heads, and we got some problem. Then we try to solve this problem, and then we mention our all the technique, mechanism, and others thing. That's all. Now I am going to present my part, which is guidance question. This is my first question, and here is the answer. If we don't change our classical education system, then student will be affected because the new system will be more complicated. They will not learn more things as well as important things. The update system comes when they will not get any opportunity with that system. Will not manage our existing system with the update system, and thus KICT student learning, teacher evaluation, accountability, professional learning, social emotional learning, learning environment, all will be damaged. Then this is my second question, and here is the answer. I am expecting that our KICT curricula will add more modern technology method for teaching and the academic system. The condition of some lab is not good. I think the authority will try to increase the lab facilities. I hope the research sector will be stronger in KICT. Robotic science will be added in KICT. In KICT canteen, some modern machine will be added. Need to build more gaming places as well as programming contest places in KICT. And this is my last question, third question. And here's the answer. I will reveal the mechanism that our preferred future could be attained by looking at academic. Below is the process how we can attain the expected future. In the teaching system, IoT technology will be in electronic for new product design. By 2050, it is expected to have everything connected to the cloud and to the internet. In academic system, we will use a remote monitoring system to take the exam and also to make the result sheet. If anyone tries to cheat or copy from something, the system automatically detects and then inform the teacher. And then the last thing is conclusion. We have chosen KICT for our final project. Based on our group discussion, we got some problem about our KICT Korea. Then we talk about solution to those problems. We have told about six heads in details. We discussed how we can solve this problem and also what the positive. We mentioned some point as well as mechanism. Thus, we have finished our final project. Thank you.